Hi Chelsea, my name is David Milburn, and in this video I'm going to show you three things you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, you're lucky because I read minds and the answer is this. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. I have found by giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do to impact their businesses for free has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, David. Please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan I gave to do yourself, that works for me too. So now let me show you three things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of our time. So the first thing I want to go over is content. Here's your website, content. Most business owners know that they need content on their web pages, but they don't know that the average length of the number one result on Google for water damage restoration, for example, in Louisville is 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google searches, you need at least 1,500 words on your homepage, which are dense and contain the right keywords that people are searching for. So right now your site has about 1,150 words. So here's a competitor that's ranking higher than you in those searches in water damage restoration, but they only have about 800 words on their website. So again, it's very beatable. They just their site must have content that contains more keywords that people are searching for. And we can look at this here. I actually have this tool I pay for, a couple $100s a month for this tool. It's called Ahrefs, and it gives me a behind the scenes look at what Google sees when it searches, when it crawls web pages and sees what people are searching for. So this is your competitor. This is Puro First Disaster, and we can look and see here. If we go to their keywords, we can see what they're actually being found for when people search. So the general terms, they search obviously their company name, they're going to show up on that. But then, if people were just searching for these terms, smoke damage cleanup, water restoration, water damage restoration, you see there's 150 searches a month for that. They're in the fifth spot, they're getting 14 clicks. These are showing you all the traffic they're getting. So we come over here to your site, and your site has 278 keywords. Again, quite a good amount of content. But we look and see how they rank, and we see what you're being found for the most. And commercial storm damage, okay, good, you're getting 20 clicks a month traffic on that. Now you're in seventh position in water damage restoration, okay, and this gives us a lot of good information about what customers are searching for and what we want to make sure your site's being found for. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is make sure we have at least 1,500 words on your home page, which include these keywords that people are searching for. That's what's driving the competitors' businesses and searches above yours. And it's 100% beatable if we get this completed. So let's look at this. Here's a search I actually did for water damage restoration in Louisville, KY. So the first thing you see here is the ads section. Okay, ads can work, but they also can be a money pit if your foundation or your website isn't dialed in. So you want to be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure that your website is going to convert to customers contacting you, to do business. So let's move on to the second thing I want to show you today, and that's called citations. You're probably asking yourself, what's a citation and why do they matter? And that's a great question. You see this map pack here, right? The Google Maps section. This has got business's name, address, and phone number. That's also known as a NAP, a name, address, and phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So now you might be asking, okay, David, how do I show up in the maps? Here's that mind reading thing again, okay? So let me explain. The number one thing that you can do today to push your business up in the map pack. Right now, you're not ranking in the top three because your business's name, address, and phone number is not listed in as many directories as the competition. And these are some of the directories here. The listings in these places are called citations, which is your name, address, and phone number entered in these places like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Facebook, Yelp, and a couple hundred other directories. And when you get more than your competitor, you gain more trust from Google, which will push you up above them in the map pack. So now you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use tools like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed in. Then we can literally go out there and get that list and match them one for one. But we don't want to stop there. We don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them. So if your competitor has 100 citations, we want to get what they have and then add another 50 to 100, so it takes them a long time to catch up. Now, the third thing I want to show you, it's called link juice or backlinks. And this is the third pillar that'll really help you dominate in Google. So we're back here to the search engine. We go past the ads, we go past the map pack down here to the what they call the organic search results. And again, this is still searching for water damage restoration Louisville KY. And we look on here, we see that your site's not, in the top several listings, and that's where you want to be. But and the way to get there is you get more authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it comes down to these backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So it works like this. Site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, kind of like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the sites, the more valuable the link. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or an industry site that's in the same industry as you, linking back to your site, that's great. But if you're a water damage restoration and you get a backlink from Pizza Hut linking to you, that's not so great because you don't sell pepperoni, right? So now this is let's go back here and look at your site. You actually have quite a good number of backlinks. Okay, you actually have like I think 676 backlinks, right? And that seems to be a good start. And when you look at your competition, who's actually linking higher than you, they do not have as many backlinks as you. So what I really want to do and get in there and examine the quality of the backlinks and make sure we get the relevant, strong backlinks when your industry linking back to you. So once again, how do we do this? Well, again, with this tool, this Ahrefs tool, I can actually click on the backlinks and go look and see exactly which sites are linking back to your competitor. Then we can go out there and we can get those links, exact same links for your site and make sure you're getting that same benefit of those strong, relevant backlinks. So to review, we went over three things. Content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 words and it needs to contain those keywords, those buyer intent keywords that people are searching for. Citations, you want to have 50 to 100 more of those in the competition to beat them out by a landslide. And then this link juice, you need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies, you can be number one across Google. So I bet you're wondering what now? Well, you can either take this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally fine with that. However, if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 502-554-1482. Once again, my name is David Milburn and my number is 502-554-1482. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.